Hello everyone, welcome to the Boring AFC. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I am going to preview the Everton game. I was on a stream earlier today with Darkside Guna, and I wanted to speak a little bit about the Everton game, but we kind of moved on to the Champions League pretty quickly, so I thought it'd be cool to kind of preview the game very quickly with you guys right now. Before I do, my name is Rob. This is the Boring AFC. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers so I can stream live and talk to you guys. So it'd be really great if you could do that, please. So let's talk about Everton. This round of fixtures is particularly important. We're at home. We're playing Everton. Man City are away, and they're playing West Ham, who have been rejuvenated over the last few weeks and are looking pretty competent. And they could give Man City a really good game. Even when they were battered against West Ham, against Liverpool, I almost felt like the scoreline didn't do them justice. They were much better than the scoreline suggested. So for Everton, they're currently 8th in the league, and their last 5 results, they beat Burnley, they beat Newcastle, they lost to Man United, and they had the sending off. That game was closer, I think, than we realised, and they lost to Bournemouth and they lost to Fulham, both 2-1. So Everton are in form, but they're not great. And they've been okay, and their last 2 fixtures have been good, but let's not forget they're playing Newcastle that are quite depleted, and they're playing, and they beat relegation fodder Burnley. So I do think that there is something in the game for Arsenal here. In their last 5 fixtures against Arsenal, Arsenal beaten them 1-0, they've drawn 2, and they've won the other 2. So 3 over the last 5 games, we've beaten them 3 times and drawn twice. So these fixtures tend to be quite close and quite cagey. In all of the games, there's never been more than 2 goals in the last 5. And we've won each of our games that we have won by 1 goal. So 1-0, 1-0 and a 2-1. And the draws have been a 0-0 and a 1-1. So these aren't traditionally high-scoring games. I do think Arsenal will win, but I don't think it will be by much. I think defensively we might be too strong. We're going to be at home. I wouldn't be surprised if we scored by a set piece and then something on the break. I am hoping for a bit of a shake-up in the starting lineup too. So I think Arsenal will win 2-0. I think we'll be defensively too strong, irrespective of Ndiaye and Beto. And I think that we will get the job done, and we will, be 10 points clear before Man City play West Ham, which puts lots of pressure on them. Some of the key players I wanted to mention, it goes without saying that they've got Ndiaye. Ndiaye's a great player. He's actually the kind of player that I wouldn't mind coming to see in at the left wing for Arsenal. He's a ball dribbler, he's strong, and he's a technician, which is everything you want. He's direct, he's going to be strong, he's going to be aggressive, and that's the kind of thing that I think Arsenal will be wary of. And it just have to make sure the fullbacks are on top of that, because he can switch. The other one is you have to be careful in the centre midfield with Garner. He's from the United Academy, so he's had quite good stock in terms of his development as a professional footballer, and he's a ball retriever. So in the middle of the park there against Rice and Zubimendi, it's going to be really important what's going on there. There are other obvious great players in that team, or good players. Tarkowski and Branthwaite is back in the team. You've got Pickford, obviously an excellent goalkeeper. Already mentioned Beto, Gay, and then Idrissa Gueye, sorry. And then don't forget that McNeil has come back into the team after his Palace move didn't go through. So in terms of the team setup, Everton do not have a bad side. They're competitive. David Moyes is going to have them set up well, and they're going to be up for it. This is a big game for them. They can try and push up the higher echelons of the table here. So, I don't think it's going to be an easy game, but I do think we will be better, and I think that we will beat them 2-0. And I think part of that will be that they will shithouse themselves to a bit of a victory there. With Everton's low block, I think the way Arsenal play is going to be really important, which is, and I will get onto my starting 11 shortly, but to be able to be competitive against that low block, you're going to have to play those pullback or cutback passes. And statistically, Arsenal have the most cutback passes this season that have created chances, 55, and they've scored 7 goals from those cutbacks. There's only one team in the league that has scored from more cutback chances, and that's Man City, who have 11. But we have created more chances, and I think we're going to have to create those chances in this game, which is why, with my starting 11, I think I would probably go with Raya, Hincapié, Saliba, Gabriel, and Timber, as is normal. Defensively, we're going to play Zubimendi and Rice. I would like to see a rotation out of Rice and Zubimendi if the game is looking comfortable. Maybe a Miles Lewis-Skelly or a Norgard in there. In the 10, if he's fit, I would like to see Odegaard playing. I think he's our best ball controller. He calms the team down. He is the person I would like to see starting in the 10. If not, Eze. And if he's fit and comfortable, Havertz. But the first person needs to be Odegaard. On the right, I would not play Saka in this game. I would start Madueke. I think he's direct. I think he plays the ball across the box. And I think he's the type of player that Gyökeres, who would be starting, could be running onto the ball, running on the ball, making those last ditch shots. However, I wouldn't actually start Gyökeres. I would still play Madueke, but I would be starting Havertz up front as the ideal option, unless you're going to play him in the 10. And then on the left, I'm going to play Trossard. I think Martinelli will get on the pitch, but I wouldn't start him. I see him more as a finisher. And I would start with Trossard. So to round it up, I'm going Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapié. And then I'm going Zubimendi and Rice. Odegaard up front if he's fit. If not, Eze. If not, Havertz. Saka on the Madueke on the right. Trossard on the left. And Havertz up front if he is fit, if not Gyökeres. I think we're going to be too strong for them. I think they've been inconsistent. We've been poor, but we've been winning games, Leverkusen aside. So I just don't see them beating us in the league. What do you think? Hit me up with your thoughts. And let's take 10 points before Man City play against West Ham. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. 50 subscribers is the goal. That would be amazing. And until then, up the Gunners.